Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. I'm here at AMP, Atlanta Motorsports Park, for the first drive of this guy right here. What is it? It's your refresh and updated 2025 Cadillac CT5-V. But before we get into this black on black twin turbocharged performance sedan, let's talk about what's going on here. So Cadillac has really revamped their lineup to bring more of that performance that enthusiasts crave, like people crave Brando. And what's phenomenal is that for model year 2025, they're kind of fine-tuning and tweaking the CT5V, and of course, the more powerful brother, the CT5V Blackwing. Now, when it comes to the 5V, I feel like a lot of people overlook it because remember, back at the New York Auto Show back in 2019 when this vehicle debuted, a lot of people were kind of scratching their head saying, how is this a V car? It doesn't have that performance that the CTS-V had. But one thing is for certain, they didn't give up on the 5V. Obviously, bringing the Blackwing kind of changed everybody's mind about what the 5V is now all about. And what they did for 2025 is they upped the ante. So what I want to find out is, if you're looking for a performance sports sedan and you don't want to go all in on a Blackwing, is this better than, say, a BMW 4 Series or possibly even an Audi? Let's go ahead, let's dive into ours and find out. Right off the bat, I love the proportions of the CT5 in general, especially the V. It's a mid-size, but it's not as big as, say, a 5 Series vehicle. And that's another thing that we can compare it to. At the front of the business, you're gonna see a refresh. Refresh in our lighting. Look at that nice, crisp LED daytime running lamp, projector beam headlight, and the turn signals. One of the things I like even on the 5V is how they really sculpt those fenders. Gives you a nice, aggressive fender flare. One of the things I don't like, that I have to zonk, are the fake vents. You got fake vents up top and fake vents on the bottom. That's a double zonk. The good news is though, with ours being this black color, it blends in all the black accents very cleanly. Now, as we come across the front grille area, you have your V Sport grille, forward-facing camera, which is nice to see, the updated Cadillac badge, and I like the way that they did body color across the top of the grille, because as you drop down, you're gonna get that aluminum style finish to the lower portion. And then of course, more of that V grill, series grill on the bottom. You'll notice the heat exchangers behind because this is turbocharged, intercooled. It's actually twin turbocharged and intercooled. And I think it's smart the way they kind of blend in the splitter nicely into the front fascia. But let me know what you think about this updated look of the CT5V. Now, as we rise up, that clean rise goes into our hood bulge, and then everything evaporates as you get towards the windshield. Coming around the bend, we do have updated wheels and tires. So on our particular black beauty that we have here, you'll notice this V-spoke. You see what they did there? V series. V-spoke design wheel all the way around, nice style. We got Pilot Sport 4S tires. So that shows some of that performance intention with this vehicle. And what's nice is that when it comes to size, you're getting the right setup for what you want. 19-inch wheel, tires are 245 on the width, 40 series sidewall, and you do get Brembo calipers, that dark cherry red with the V badge. Now, one of the things you'll notice on the Blackwing is that everything gets increased. All the grille openings, the brake rotor size, all those goodies, but still on a CT5V, like I said, this is that kind of bridge in between the CT5 and the Blackwing. They're bringing performance both underneath the hood, but also braking and suspension, which they retuned for 2025. Now, coming down the side of the vehicle, you do have your V badge, and they wanted to make sure that this vehicle earns the badge. Color matched on your mirror caps, LED turn signals, all nestled in nicely. Now, if you like sunroofs, guess what? You do get a sunroof on the CT5. It's actually a small panoramic size sunroof, and just with, like I said, everything being blacked out, looks super clean. Black on your door handles, and that's the kind where you push the button. You actually don't pull on the handle, you just push the button to open up the door. And even the way they sculpted the lower side skirt shows that aerodynamic intention, but also looks damn good. Now, this is a rear-wheel drive sedan, no all-wheel drive on the CT5-V. What you're gonna find out back is we're gonna have just a little bit of a smaller brake rotor. You don't get the full Brembos, all four corners. You gotta step up the Blackwing. Tires are still gonna be 245, 40 series all the way around, and you do get, of course, a limited slip diff out back. Now, swinging towards the back, here's where they refreshed it a little bit more. So you got your updated lighting, all LED, of course, the CT5 badge. Love this color match trunk lid spoiler. And that's a spider I just put my hand on. I hope I wasn't bitten. I might turn into Spider-Man right here on camera. That was kind of funky, I have to admit. That kind of feels a little funky. But I do like that trunk lid spoiler. The V badge, people know what that represents. It's been 21 years since the first V vehicle. And then dropping it like it's hot, you got your quad tip exhaust, fully functional with our rear diffuser area, looking oh so good. But why don't we go ahead, let's pop the hood and talk about numbers on this CT5-V. All right, guys, we got the hood up. You do have that V badge underneath the hood. And then working our way down, we do have our tasteful engine cover with the twin turbo badge. So just like that badge says, we have a twin turbo engine. It's a twin turbo V6, 3 liters in displacement, 360 horsepower, 405 pound-feet of torque. The car is only available with a 10-speed automatic, no manual. But guess what? 0 to 60 in 4.5 seconds, top speed 168 miles per hour, and the vehicle weighs 3,993 pounds. Now here's a little bit of fun fact V series history. Do you know what the first vehicle was to have a twin turbocharged engine? That's the Cadillac ATS-V, twin turbocharged V6, and it was the first to not be a V8. It was a V6. But why don't we go ahead, let's fire up this twin turbo V6 and hear what it sounds like. All right, guys, we're inside this 2025 Cadillac CT5-V. I know you're saying to yourself, well, Joe, as much as I want a Blackwing, my finances can't happen. I just had another kid. The insurance, my homeowner's insurance has gone up. I can't do the Blackwing, but I'm very excited about this CT5-V. How much is it? Very good question. And I feel your pain. It's not easy out there in the real world, that's for sure. MSRP starting for this vehicle is right around $58,000. Much different than the starting price for a Blackwing, which is $99,000. So comparing apples to apples here, but let's see what it brings when you're looking at a BMW or an Audi. To the door panels, I love the updates. The soft touch material, the real carbon fiber, not the fake plastic stuff. Real deal carbon fiber. We have the AKG. They got rid of the Bose sound system. Now we have the AKG sound system with those tasteful dark aluminum speaker grille covers. Look at the contrast stitching. Gives it a nice pop of color. You do have that carbon flash metallic around the window operation switchgear. I am going to zonk it because it's going to make fingerprints. Door pocket is a good enough size for a bag of hot, fresh, salted pecans because we're in Georgia, and a bottle of Dr. Pepper to wash it down. Now going from the door panel to the dash, more carbon fiber, soft touch. I'm digging the contrast stitching. They really up the ante on the needle point. And then as you come in, they up the ante on screen size. Gone is the 8-inch and the 10-inch. Now we have 33 inches of screen uninterrupted. Let me show you some of my special little features that we have here. Bring up your performance gauges. Look at that, really cool to show that data for you and your passengers. Easy to scroll through that information. And we also have an updated, even better performance data recorder, which actually gives you tips on how to be a faster driver and get a faster lap time. Another nice touch to have in that system. And then you have all your usual, the climate controls, your ambient lighting. Roy G. Biv is all I could say with the ambient lighting. Working your way down the AC vents. I like the metal toggle switches, dual climate control, real buttons, ventilated seats, heated seats, wireless charging. This is going to control your 10-speed automatic transmission. You got your direct drive control knob if you don't want to touch the screen. And then you touch this, there's your 2 cup holders and the key fob. If you ever wondered why are the V key fobs different colors, they match up to the caliper colors. So our brake calipers are this color, so is our key fob. You do have remote start. More of that wonderful stitching. Open the door, USB-A, USB-C, 12 volt, and you have enough room in here for a hot bag. You might want to get a plastic bag because they're going to be wet. Boiled peanuts. Talk about a flavor sensation. Seats, the leather, updated for 2025. Love all the perforations. Nice bolstering. Electric assist for the passenger. Electric assist for the driver. Alcantara. That's not your buddy Al, Mr. Cantera down the street that lives from you. That's the material, the company that makes the material. And you have that split level panoramic sunroof. But why don't you come over here to the business end? I want to show you behind the wheel with the V badge on it. Come on. All right, guys, business time behind the wheel. You do have 2 memory seat settings. There's that beautiful aluminum sill plate with the Cadillac badge. And then you have a pedal box right out of a race car. Aluminum dead pedal, brake pedal, and throttle. Seat controls, easy to get to. And then check it out. We got red seat belts. That's worth an extra 5 horsepower. I'm 6 feet tall. Plenty of room in here. And I like the little smaller size on the interior compared to, say, a 5 Series BMW. Updated steering wheel, the leather, the Super Cruise feature, stitching on the horn button, more carbon fiber, and then there's that V badge right at the bottom. You do have paddles to go up and down, that 10-speed automatic transmission, and it is a power tilting and telescoping wheel. And then you have your beautiful digital gauge cluster that's part of the 33 inches of screen. Now what's great is we hit the V button, that'll automatically change up our cluster very easily depending on what mode you're in. And see how over here on the screen it comes up and you could make your adjustments with the different V modes, and you could go through all your modes: track, sport, snow, ice, or your preferential settings very easily. And I'm not done yet. Hit map on the edge of the screen, and look, we got our full Google map nicely placed. Now, let's say you're the type of person that you don't want a bunch of information to show. You could actually just have clean, where it has the tachometer and the speedometer, and that's it. So really nice the way they did that. But why don't we go ahead, if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get in the back seat and see how much room there is in the CT5-V. All right, guys, back seat time. And this is where that smaller size is a little tighter for your backseat passengers. If you sit in the back of a 5 Series BMW, you're not going to be this close to the headliner. But you know what? I'm driving it, so I guess it's up to whoever my passenger is to get comfortable. Backs of the seats, you do have plastic, but that is part of the price point on the 5V rather than the Blackwing. Large pockets, you could easily put, I would say, 4 pecan churros back here, and you do have 2 AC vents, your 12 volt, and a USB-C. Interesting how high the drive shaft tunnel is on this thing, because remember, it's rear wheel drive, very high drive shaft tunnel. Sitting here, the seats are comfy. I'm just a little close to the headliner, and then pull this guy down. Soft material, 2 cup holders, and everybody, it's like being on Oprah. Everybody gets red seat belts. But why don't we get into the trunk and see what we could stuff in the CT5-V. All right, guys, trunk time. Open it up. Not gonna get as much room as a BMW 5 Series. You're looking at around 12 cubic feet of space. You can fold the seats down, 60-40 split. And let's take a gander underneath the cargo floor. You do not get a spare. No spare on this vehicle. So you get a can of flat fix, and that's about it. I do like the way they have the nook here for your special V Series Twinkies. That's where the Twinkie cream is red, white, and blue. America. But anyways, why don't we go ahead, it's that time, let's put where the rubber meets the road and go on throttle in this CT5-V. All right, guys, we are inside this 2025 Cadillac CT5-V. I got the performance gauges up and I have it in full track mode, and we're gonna see how this thing performs. And we're gonna go on throttle. Are you ready? I'm ready. On throttle, here we go. Nice. Pops from the exhaust. Look at this. On the brakes. I tell you, it's crazy how fast that 10-speed automatic shifts. They really did their homework on retuning it for 2025. And just overall, the balance of the vehicle is so much more improved. You are getting some sound pumped into the cabin. I don't think it's too obnoxious. I'm just surprised there's as much as there is being pumped in. What's nice is you just hit that V button and that allows you to change it up very easily. And as you can see, putting everything in track mode, really, really nice. But let's go ahead. I'm gonna come to a complete stop. Nobody's behind us. We're gonna go on throttle. On throttle, here we go. Nice. Fast shifts. Woo! Really does a great job when it comes to the handling. And I'm impressed with that 10-speed automatic. For a traditional torque converter automatic, it's really getting the job done nicely. Nice and solid in the turns. Look at this. Wow. Brakes work phenomenal. Everything is so dialed in and just made better for 2025. This new gauge cluster, the 9K resolution, is super clear, and I love the amount of information that's displayed. All right, guys, don't adjust your monitor, your phone, or whatever you're watching Raiti's Rides on. I moved the cameras around. I added another image because we're gonna go on throttle together. I'm gonna manually shift. You pull back on that shift lever a second time, and then if you're ready, I'm ready. Second gear, on throttle. Nice. Love the pop. The dash changes colors as you're going through the gears when you're manually shifting. I love the way the gear indicator is nice and large in the center. On the brakes. Super smooth. Look at this. Woo! This is one of the many reasons why I love coming to Georgia, North Carolina, Tennessee. It's the roads, man. The roads out here are freaking phenomenal, and I just love the changing of the colors and everything else in it, because it's such a wonderful environment to be. It's amazing. Let me show you how easy a U-turn is. Watch this. Making a U-turn. Are you ready? On throttle, here we go. Look at this. Woo! On the brakes. Those things really shed speed very nicely. But the balance is there. Remember, this is not a Blackwing. This is a CT5-V, but the balance is still there. Really nicely done. Wow. All the information you're getting at a quick glance. You really don't need a head-up display. Look at this. It just allows you to be one with the vehicle. Great feedback from the wheel. The different modes are wonderful when it comes to steering sensitivity, throttle sensitivity, and how the engine and the transmission behave with one another. Seats are comfy. They have some bolstering, but not enough for these tighter back roads. That's why you kind of have to go Blackwing, depending on exactly what you want out of your Cadillac experience. Let me do another U-turn here. Here we go. This one I'm gonna have to back it up just a tad. Make sure nobody's coming. All right, are you ready? Because I'm definitely ready. On throttle, here we go! I like using the paddles. Definitely makes it a lot more fun. Look at this grip, the grip level. Look at that, wow! Oh yeah. On those brakes. Even over transitions, they've done a great job with the bumps on the compression and the rebound. Not a lot of wind noise. It's just a lot of that sound is being pumped in. Let me know what you think about it. I'm okay with it. It's not too obnoxious. And you do get some real pops and bangs out of the exhaust, which is great. But it just holds a line so well, and it's so balanced. So balanced. But I'm hoping that this has been a good overall review of the Cadillac CT5. Seems to be the 5V, the one that a lot of people forget about. We're gonna get back to where it all started and wrap this one up, so I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, been another great day in so many ways here at Atlanta Motorsports Park. Definitely want to thank the whole Cadillac team for inviting us to drive the first drive of the CT5V. Let me know what you think. Are you going BMW? Are you going Audi? Or are you going with the CT5V? Let me know down in the comment section, but if you're new to the channel, you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raised Rides family. Gotta give it up to LGR, best in the biz, working that camera like a champ. Show us some love in the comment section. Thank you, Lori, for being so awesome and having the coolest pair of shoes here at the racetrack. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.